Maybe you've seen the San Andreas disaster movie. This thriller captivated millions of fans with horrific scenes of a massive California earthquake and did pretty well at the box office. On the positive side, scientists don't think a real-life big one will look exactly like The Rock and the rest of the film crew portrayed it. Let's take a few moments to understand why a major California earthquake can happen along the San Andreas Fault, the destruction it could cause, why scientists fear an earthquake is overdue, and what you can do to prepare. What is the San Andreas Fault? This 1,200-mile-long fault runs about 700 miles vertically through California. Its huge size makes it a major boundary between the North American and Pacific plates. The San Andreas typically moves about an inch per year on average, but has generated some historically powerful earthquakes in the past. And scientists believe it may be overdue to do it again. This fault triggers daily tremors that scientists record. Luckily, most are too small to feel, usually around magnitude 2 or less. People living around the fault may not even notice them. In some segments of the fault, earthquakes of up to magnitude 6 average about once every 20 years. Since the last one was about 21 years ago, scientists have concerns that it's overdue. How bad could a San Andreas Fault earthquake get? A magnitude 6 earthquake is bad enough. Scientists estimate that the infamous 1906 disaster topped magnitude 7 and might have approached magnitude 8. Remember, the Richter scale is logarithmic. Each increase of one whole number represents 10 times the wave amplitude and about 30 times the energy release. It's not an exaggeration to say that jumping from magnitude 6 to magnitude 8 makes the disaster about 100 times worse. Since that has happened before, it can happen again. On the positive side, California is better prepared today with stricter building codes, stronger materials, and advanced disaster planning. Even so, nothing can fully prepare for such a powerful earthquake. How bad was the 1906 earthquake? The infamous 1906 earthquake struck Northern California with an estimated magnitude of 7.9. As a note, you could also see this event called the San Francisco earthquake, or often the big one. That horrific event lasted several days, killed over 3,000 people, and destroyed more than 80% of San Francisco. It also sparked major fires. What about the next big one? There is some good news. The next severe earthquake on the San Andreas Fault will certainly cause damage, but experts doubt it will match the early 20th century disaster in terms of total destruction. On the risky side, the region's population has grown denser in many areas. Still, modern building codes, improved infrastructure, and disaster response systems should make a huge difference. Hopefully, scientists will also spot unusual activity to provide a warning. After the fact, researchers noted the 1906 earthquake was preceded by decades of increased seismic movement. Today's experts have far better equipment and know what to look for. Was Hollywood right about the next big one? Come on, it's a movie. Of course it's got to be dramatic. Luckily for us, we probably won't see skyscrapers toppling, massive tsunamis, or entire cities dropping into giant sinkholes. Some buildings could be damaged, but modern codes have proven helpful in moderate quakes. The ground may rupture in spots, but town-sized holes are extremely unlikely. Thankfully, it's not the right kind of fault to trigger tsunamis, and scientists don't believe the San Andreas could produce a magnitude 9 or 10 event, so no worries there. What sort of damage would a severe San Andreas earthquake cause? A magnitude 8 would still be nasty. Sewer and water lines could break, and gas lines could spark fires. Expect major power blackouts from downed lines and damaged substations. Communications could be disrupted, so you might lose the internet and cell service. Ground transportation would likely be impacted. Roads, rail, ports, and bridges could crack or collapse. Traffic on any open roads might be heavy with people trying to move around. Is there a way to prepare for an earthquake? If you live in a likely earthquake zone, You can absolutely take steps to stay safer and more comfortable. Stock up on shelf-stable food and water in case trips to the store are impossible. Store at least a gallon of water per person per day, since you'll need water for drinking and hygiene. Ideally, plan for at least a week, but try to stock up for a minimum of 3 days. Emergency food can be as simple as tuna, chili, canned vegetables, and crackers, or as elaborate as you want. Aim for a 3-day supply minimum for everyone in your household. And don't forget a manual can opener. While you're at it, replenish your batteries. Have a portable radio, flashlights, and backup power for your phone and other essentials. A power bank or battery station can make a huge difference. Keep some cash on hand. Sometimes stores lose their ability to process cards but will still accept cash. Assemble a first aid kit along with critical medications and supplies in case hospitals and emergency services are delayed. Also important, create a communication plan with your loved ones. If power and cell service go down, it's easy to get separated. Having a plan can help reunite your group. You might also build a bug-out bag in case you need to evacuate quickly. If you're not ready to pack it today, at least find a bag and make a checklist so you can gather essentials fast if needed. What if the big one never happens? Hopefully, the San Andreas Fault will stay calm for decades to come. Still, you won't regret being prepared. Power outages happen all the time because of storms, equipment failures, or excessive demand during hot or cold spells. You'll be glad to open that can of chili and eat dinner by flashlight if the lights go out. Also, I'm not picking on California. Earthquakes happen in many places, and some form of ground movement occurs in every state. What do you think about the danger of the next big one? Let us know in the comments. Naturally, I hope you'll like and subscribe to this channel to help support our community.